to also thank our judges, who will be introduced here in just a moment, and also the students. And this would be a great time to just give the students a round of applause, because none of this would be possible if they didn't put themselves up here on the stage and be willing to take a few moments in the spotlight. So with that, I'd like to introduce our MC for tonight, Mr. Cedric Kennedy, who is an alumni of the pitch competitions that we've had here at Michigan Tech and has got this down pat. So he'll do a great job, I know, of providing us with some additional instructions and introducing the speakers as they come up. So thanks a lot, Cedric.
All right. Thank you, John.
Hi, everyone. Thanks again for coming out tonight. It's so exciting to see this big turnout. And as John said, being a recent graduate from not only the university, but a lot of these pitch competitions, I've had the pleasure to see this entrepreneurship and innovative culture grow here at Michigan Tech. And taking a look at this list from just last year and seeing 30 brand new names is so exciting to see what's happening right here on campus. And to explain a little bit tonight about the event, we've got a series of pitches that are going to be done. Elevator pitch. So I want you to imagine that you walk into an elevator with, you have a small company, you walk into an elevator and you're about to pitch it, and you run into a CEO. You have to have that pitch ready by the time and explain by the time you get to that top floor of the building, right? So tonight, we're going to be hearing a lot of really nice, new, innovative, and disruptive ideas, new ideas that could be anything from a new idea, a device, a process. And you got 2 minutes to explain that and express your passion tonight. And we want to thank some of the special guests we have here. We are truly honored to have you all sitting here, judging, giving us feedback, mentoring the students, and helping support these passions that these students are exhibiting this evening. And when I call your name, if you wouldn't mind either just standing up or just acknowledging the crowd by waving your arm or however you'd like to do so, that'd be fantastic. And I want to start by thanking Jim Fish. Mr. Paul Fulton. Nick Lumsden. Big House. Tom O'Reilly. John Rockwell. He went home, but he was here. John Suttering. Robert Coates. Bruce Burgess. Stephen Hahn. Dennis Brunel. And Jason Mack. I believe I got everybody. If I didn't, one more round of applause for all of you for coming out. Oh, sorry, Dean Meadows. Alright, so like I said, each pitch tonight is going to have a limit of 2 minutes. And then following each pitch, there's going to be a little bit of feedback from the judges. Now, this is going to be tough. We have a lot of judges, and we have over 30 pitches this evening, and we are offering a 1 minute of advice and advice towards each pitch. So, and I'm going to be a little stickler on that, so I apologize if I have to interrupt you, but I've got a clock back there I'll be watching. So, with that, let's see. Got a list of all of our names, and when I ask for the contestant's name, if I could ask that you come up this direction, that way you'll be right here with the microphones. And once you start, the clock will begin counting down from 2 minutes, and at 0, I will either stop you or take the mic out of your hand or something like that. So. Or tackle you. That sounds good. So if we can start with Kyle and Stephen.
I want to say this isn't a good walking space back here.
so good evening everyone, and thank you for coming out today. So my name is Steven.
And I'm Kyle.
And our pitch for today is the Bike Buddy. So roughly 14 million students commute to campus every single day. And with an estimation of 1.5 million bikes being stolen every single year, the number of, the odds are just steadily increasing for your bike getting stolen. So what we are proposing is a bike lock that is directly integrated into the frame of the bike itself. So this is a retractable locking mechanism that will essentially provide protection to the customer's bike without the customer ever needing to remember that protection.
As Steven said, 1 out of every 10 people who commute by bicycle will have their bike stolen every year. An integrated bike lock system will drastically reduce the number of bike thefts due to its abundant convenience. Our market studies have shown that people not only would use this product, but they actually want it. Now, this product can be used in a wide variety of applications and markets. It can be used on scooters, commuter bicycles, and e-bikes, and in markets such as the United States, Europe, and Asia. These markets are very bike and bike lock friendly. Our goal is to have these someday be as common as a kickstand. Please help us make this dream a reality, and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. All of it real quick. And actually, before I forget, I do want to mention, before we continue further, we do have several prizes that we'll be offering. There'll be a first prize, a second, a third, 3 honorable mentions, but then there'll also be an audience favorite. So keep track of your favorite pitch. At the end of the evening, we're going to be casting a vote, and there'll be a prize that's associated with that as well. So, thanks, guys.
As a bike rider, first of all, I'm impressed with your thinking about it. It's something that I need, and I look forward to being successful. On your pitch, you did an excellent job of describing very briefly what you're trying to achieve and the value that you're trying to achieve. And I look forward to making it a success in the future.
Thank you, sir. So that's 4 seconds.
So,
Yes.
you found the bike, and this is actually done by the manufacturer, or how does it work?
Yes. So this is an internal retractable aluminum cable system that locks back onto the bike frame itself. So yes, it has to be purchased with the bike. It has to be an original thing. So we have to work with bike companies to get this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Just so you're aware, I do have one for my bike that I just bought recently that's Bluetooth enabled for securing it. So you might want to take a look at vendors who are doing that as a competition.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
One piece of feedback, make it personal in your pitch, good job making eye contact, work on that.
All right, thank you.
Oh, thanks, guys. Great work. All right, next up, we have Josh Marshall.
Let's just get it. I thought it was
There is a problem faced by the $700 billion defense industry, the $1 trillion health industry, and others about their programming, compute support, and research. Engineers, doctors, and other near programmers face resource limits on their computing and time on their research. A common example of this would be processing paperwork from a doctor's office. To automatically recognize and interpret each paper form normally needs a new program to read the document, figure out which form it is, find and read the text, and make sure all the fields are filled out with the right contents. And this has to be run on a computer cluster, which means more money. Another example here at Michigan Tech would be biology labs with volumes of custom code and pipelines which run daily for hours. To address this problem, there need for resources and accumulation of technical debt, I want to start the ProgFlow platform. ProgFlow will lower development time and maintain projects. Personal experience has shown that there's 1,000 to 10,000 times speedups and quarter resource usage improvements common. With the doctor's office example, it would be easy to make a few flowcharts to digitize documents in seconds for a few cents a page rather than 80 cents per page. ProgFlow's 3-part platform includes a web interface to program with, a pay-per-use cloud backend, and a monetary incentive for outside programmers to improve public-facing code and pipelines. Currently, MathWorks, 900 million revenue, Wolfram, worth 2 billion, and Onyx, getting millions in investment, has severe limits and gotchas. They don't have a complete concept to create and run a general purpose platform. With ProgFlow, compute costs will decrease over time faster, and all services will be more reliable. This general purpose